Hi students, coming to the next topic in the subject software engineering was the software life cycle model. So before going to know about this different software life cycle models, now let us see what is a life cycle model. What do you mean by this life cycle model? Let me explain. A software life cycle model is a key concept of software engineering. The first thing is you have to know that the life cycle model is a key concept of software engineering. Okay, so that you just know that. Now let us see this life cycle. What do you mean by this life cycle? So it generally consists of series of stages. So life cycle means you will came across series of stages. So in our life also we are having the series, means at the starting I am a child, next it's grown up, adult, next it becomes woman, means this changes, kid to child, child to adult. So like that the cycle was changing, my life cycle was changing. So in the same way the software is having also, it consists of series of stages. If you want to develop one thing, okay, you have to follow some steps, that you call it as a software engineering. If I want to become a good person, means first if I want to become a graduate, or if I want to become a graduate, what I have to do? First I have to join, means when I'm in starting stage, first I have to join in the kindergarten, next the school, primary school, next high school, college, okay, university. So these are the stages that I'm changing from one to another. First kindergarten, primary, high school, college and university. Means my life cycle is changing. So if I didn't follow this rule, okay, I can't achieve my life. Means I can't enter into the, suppose if you want to join in a better industry, okay, if you want to join in an industry for a job, you need to complete in a sequence. First you have to complete kindergarten, next primary, next high school, next college, next university, like that you have to be completed. So this is a systematic approach. This you call it as a software engineering. It is following a systematic approach, and you're reaching the person is reaching to his goal, okay, whatever it may be, his goal is reaching his goal. So this you call it as a stages. In the same way, the software life cycle model is also consist of series of stages. So what are those stages? So first should be analysis, next design, next implementation, maintenance, planning. So these are the different stages in the life cycle model. First, whatever the problem you have taken, that should be analyzed. First you have to analyze. After analyzing the problem, you try to design that problem in a diagrammatic way, so that you can understand. Rather than writing the code, if you represent in the form of diagrams, it will be easy for the persons to understand the topic. So first analyze the topic. After that you have to design. If you get one view, you can design the product. Next, after designing, you can implement the product by using the code, by using testing, everything. So after that you have to maintain the product. Means whenever you delivered that product or anything problem to a person, means the solution, that has to be maintenance. Next you have to plan that, and next analysis. Again you can take another and just analysis. So this is a life cycle model. These are the different stages. Whenever one stage is completed, then only you can enter into next stage, like that. Means you have to follow a sequence of steps. So just like the example what I have said now, okay. So it generally consists of series of stages. So that you call it as a life cycle. Now coming to software life cycle model. So even though life cycle is there, the life cycle model, software life cycle is there, why we are going for different software life cycle models? Now let us see. So actually this software life cycle is also called as software life cycle model, is also called as process model. So both are the same, process model. So this software lifecycle model is a descriptive and diagrammatic representation of software lifecycle. The definition for this is, the software lifecycle model is a descriptive and diagrammatic representation of software life cycle. That you call it a software life cycle model. So actually the software subject engineering is you have to write your own. If you know the concept, you can write your own, but some definitions you have to write exactly like that. A software life cycle model is a descriptive and diagrammatic representation of software life cycle. So actually why we are using this software life cycle model? So first of all, to overcome the software crisis, we are using the software engineering, so which is a systematic approach. So by using software engineering, you are going to develop a software product. So when you're developing a product, the development team must identify suitable life cycle model for a particular project. Let me explain now. So first, in the olden days, we are having so many software crises. To overcome software crisis, we are using software engineering, so which is a systematic approach. So by using software engineering, we are going to develop a software product. So to overcome software crisis, we are using software engineering. The software engineering is used to develop a software product. So this this software product can be developed by a team. Here the development team must identify suitable life cycle model for particular project. So each project is having their own specification. So based on the specification and based on the requirements and based on the time they are given, you are using different life cycle models. So to develop any software product, the development team must identify suitable life cycle model for that particular project, whatever they are doing. So this software life cycle model defines entry and exit criteria for every phase. So analysis phase, design phase and implementation, for each and every phase, there should be an entry and exit. So without software life cycle model, it becomes difficult for software project manager to monitor the progress of project. So let me write the point so that you can refer that. Software life cycle model defines entry and exit criteria for every phase. So whatever the phase they are, means that for every phase there should be an entry and an exit. And next, if you didn't use a software life cycle model, means you are directly following the normal approach. So without software life cycle model, it becomes difficult for the product managers. It becomes difficult for software product managers, product or project manager, to monitor the progress of project, because they want to know in which stage their project should be there. So if you follow the systematic approach, if they follow the software engineering techniques, then it will be easy for the project manager for monitoring the project. means in which stage. So after the completion of one stage only, the person has to enter into another stage. First they have to do analysis. After analysis, if you get the one idea, then they go for the designing. Okay, the designing is completely over, then they go for the implementation. Like that, they have to follow some systematic approach. So without using a particular model, the development of product would not be systematic and disciplined manner. So you have to follow systematic approach. So the one thing you have to be remember that when a software product is being developed by a team, suppose you are the team, you are going to develop a software product, there must be clear understanding among team members about when and what to do. So before you are developing a product, the team members must have a clear understanding among the team, means about when and what to do. Otherwise, it would lead to a project failure. So this is a brief description about the software life cycle. Now let us see the different software life cycle models. Different software life cycle models. So the different software life cycle models are one, waterfall model, and the two, prototyping model, next evolutionary model, and the fourth one is a spiral model. So these are the different models that are used for the software life cycle. Thank you.